Hi everyone, thank you for joining my presentation today. Over the past few months working at Bowie Supply Co., I've been able to do a lot of research on how to help build a brand up on social media, and I want to share with you my findings. I also want to give you some recommendations as the board of directors on how you can continue to help grow on social media. First off, when I started this job a few months ago, Simo had given me a couple of goals. One of those was to spend the entire budget that I was given every week. I was allotted $5,000 to spend, and I was told to spend it as close to it as possible. I was also told to grow brand awareness to increase engagement and to increase the sales. To pay attention to analytics of each platform to adjust the needs of each goal, the costs per clicks, and engagements that are driving target audiences. Next, I had some goals of my own. So along with the previous goals, I set my own as well. Some of those included that I wanted to use all six popular social media platforms. So I wanted to have their hands not only Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, but Pinterest, LinkedIn, and YouTube. I wasn't sure how it was going to go, but I wanted our hand to be in all of those. I also wanted to focus on target audiences because that really directs who you're going to be focusing your marketing towards. And so I focused on both the male group and the female group. Male was about 18 to 26, and the female group was more 32 to 45. My last goal was to increase the annual sales by 10% compared to the previous year. So I want to share with you my marketing plan. When I first started out, I wasn't quite sure how it was all going to work. But like I said, I wanted to dive into each of these media platforms, so I started posting content on all of them. It took a few weeks before I realized that Facebook and Instagram were definitely the best platforms for Bowie to be using. And when I discovered that, I realized that those are the two platforms I need to be posting on several times throughout the week. Whereas for Twitter, a little less, and then Pinterest and LinkedIn, maybe even YouTube, like more like once a week. Uh, so when I say once a week, sometimes sometimes more than that, but as long as they're getting content once a week, so that Bowie is getting out there on the social media platforms. Next, I have my marketing strategy. So with the marketing plan, I learned strategies and what things did work and what things didn't work. And so I found that as it posted pictures of just Bowie items by themselves, or if we posted giveaways or coming soon items and posted a sneak peek picture on Facebook and Instagram, those kind of posts performed extremely well. The posts that did not perform as well, I call these more of like the fan pictures per se. It looks like a fan of Bowie took the picture, sent it to us, and we decided to run it on Facebook. And those didn't really seem to perform as well as the other post. One thing that I learned on Instagram, too, is that it took me a few weeks to realize it, but was that pictures of beautiful destinations with a Bowie backpack in it or of someone wearing it, those performed really well. Not as much on Facebook, but on Instagram they were key. Now, when it comes to effective content and insights, the content I found to be successful was behind the scene videos, user generated content, and limited time offers, as well as exclusive deals. Whereas overly promotional posts and generic stock images were less effective. It is important to be authentic and relatable, as well as keeping the brand voice consistent. Next, I've got slide my slide on growth and revenue. As I learned what works, what should be posted, what shouldn't be posted, when it should be posted, I was able to help drive up the numbers that we needed to see at Bowie, and so our revenue went up to just under 420,000. We had over 38,000 new followers and almost 13.5 million new impressions, which is awesome. Engagements hit over 63,000. So these numbers are pretty all right for having only been a few months in. And again, a big chunk of the revenue came from Facebook and Instagram. In my role with the crisis process, I undertook comprehensive monitoring of multiple social media platforms, diligently evaluating our current standing and identifying areas for improvement. Through thorough analysis, I pinpointed key issues that needed addressing. I strategically adjusted our approach to directly tackle these concerns, implementing targeted solutions to enhance performance and engagement. By promoting these strategies, I contributed to resolving issues and optimizing our social media presence. Now, a couple of recommendations I just want to make for you moving forward. Things to keep in mind would be to continue using Facebook and Instagram. Even before I started this job and now that I'm ending it, those two have proven to be the best platforms to be using for Buoy. We don't want to forget about the other social media platforms. LinkedIn performed the worst for us, but I still think it's important that content is shared on there and that we're still building our name on that social media platform. The last thing is to stick to what works, but mix it up. And so what I mean by that is the post that I just mentioned, the giveaways, the coming soon items, the pictures of just Buoy items, no one in them, just the items. Those work really well and have proven to work really, really well. But don't be afraid to mix it up and try different posts because you never know that as time goes on and as other people's interests grow, what might be attractive to consumers. So with that, I'll also tell you to keep a continued focus on engaging content. I'd also recommend regular performance reviews as well as investment in emerging social media trends. There was a quote that I remember when I first started this position, and it says something along the lines, social media marketing is about connecting with your audience, joining the customer conversation, and sharing content that keeps your audience engaged. I feel here at Buoy, we've been able to do a really good job at those three things, connecting, joining, and sharing content. And I know that if we keep on that same path that we started a few months ago, and we follow these recommendations, as well as tips, we'll be able to continue to see success now and in the future. To conclude, I'd like to say how grateful I am to have had this opportunity to share all of this with you, and thank you for your time.